Hey guys, welcome to my video today. Today's video is going to be kind of an interesting one in reference to your tenant's worst nightmare, or you get that tenant that's the worst nightmare of your life. I've been in the rental business for quite a long time now, and I've had tenants we've evicted over the years. I've had issues, things like that, but nothing to this extreme. So I just want to go over, what happened in this situation to hopefully help you guys avoid getting into this situation. But basically started off with a tenant applied for one of my apartments and brought him in, did the full, credit, criminal background check. A couple things came up, end up having to meet with his father. Two of them came in, gave this one an opportunity. I usually don't. Usually I go by the book. I was like, let me give this guy a chance. Maybe he's gonna fix his life, get back together, and make things right again. So, but just when you think it's that one that you're gonna give that opportunity to, ends up taking advantage of it and really, doing some things that really drive you crazy. But this is one of those ones. I should have made a movie out of this one. It was probably, I think there was a movie on it a while ago, but tenant moves in. I think he didn't pay, or whatever the case was. I forget what the name of that movie was, but if you remember, comment below and let me know what movie that was. But anyway, just want to go through what happened to me. So the tenant moves in, I gave him the opportunity. He said he's going to be my best tenant in the world, right? I'm gonna prove to you that I'm going to be your best tenant. Okay, so moves in. The first week is, everything is good. Second week comes around, I start getting complaints from the other tenants. Hey, there's a lot of noise in the building, late at night, early morning. And, gave him some warnings. I said, hey, you got to calm it down. Still never calmed it down. Kept, week after week after week. The other tenants in the building kept texting me and saying, this tenant is very disruptive in the building. So, I did tell him, to calm it down, keep it quiet. And he didn't. And rent's coming along, rent is coming due. He's not paying the rent. So my only other option is to, evict him, go through the process, because obviously he didn't pay the rent. Okay. So as that case is going on, we go to the court hearing, I win the, judgment on the defaulted rent and, ask for possession. In the interim, while he's still living in the apartment, causing destruction through the building, breaking pictures, leaving beer bottles and cans throughout the hallway, not to mention the damage inside the apartment, that I'm not able to see. So on one occasion, I think it was like 2:33 in the morning, the tenant on the first floor calls me. He's on the third floor. This was all the way down on the first floor. So the tenant calls me, I woke up, there's water on my floor in the bathroom. We said, that's strange. There's no stain on the ceiling or anything like that where it was coming through the wall. Well, it turns out it was the third floor tenant overflooded his toilet, clogged his toilet with paper towels, and had to get the plumber there, fix that issue. So it went through the second floor all the way to the first floor. And that was just a small part of the issue. As we went through the process and we did the eviction, on the 10th day, I know every state is different. This is Pennsylvania. So on the 10th day, he filed an appeal. So he had to put up a few dollars, files the appeal, and then that goes through that process. So basically, to make a long story short, he basically was living there for 5 months and causing destruction for 5 months. Okay. Not to mention, the 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning partying going on. So basically, after bars would close, he would make this his party pad, come back to the apartment, make noise in the hallway, go back up to the apartment, put on the music, and, drink and throw bottles out the window, leave his trash in the hallway. You have Pennsylvania law, the tenants have the rights. The only thing you can do, the other tenants can call it, is the police to say he's becoming a nuisance. So, long story short, just be careful who you put in your apartments. Will I give people a chance again? Probably not after this experience. So I've had such good luck with tenants, and the reason being is I do the full background and check and make sure they're employed and make sure there's prior references and stuff like that. But also be careful with getting prior references from previous landlords, because that landlord could actually be lying to you just to get them out of their situation in their building. So really do your due diligence. In the end up costing us like $5,000 in damage to his apartment alone, not to mention the damage to the hallways, the cleaning, the past due rent that is due that we're still in process of going after. It became a 4 to 5 month nightmare. So don't let that happen to you. Stay by the book. Do your checks, your employment checks, your job checks, criminal checks, everything you need to do to make sure you don't get in this situation. Like I said, I've been doing this a long time. Never give somebody a chance again if things don't add up. So it created more stress on me, more stress on the tenants in the building. So don't let this happen to you. Take this as a warning video. If you have questions or any comments, post them below or shoot me a message, and I'd be glad to help you out. So that was one of the worst times in my rental business. That's like, it's not bad odds, I guess, right? Being in the business 15, 20 years, right in that realm with rental properties, and having that one that actually, got through and really did some crazy stuff. The other ones over the years have been minor things, didn't pay the rent, but, didn't really destroy the property and become a nuisance. They just end up moving out. But just one of those horror stories I just wanted to let you guys know. And so just be careful when you're putting tenants in your buildings to do your due diligence and make sure you stay by the book. And it's hard to give somebody, you want to give somebody a chance, but if things aren't adding up, this is what could happen to you. So, but guys, subscribe to my channel. If you like what you hear, I'll be posting other videos, real estate related, business related topics over the next few weeks and months and years. So, subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit the like button, and hope to see you guys in the next video. Okay? Best of luck, and do your due diligence first.